how did you get there?
Well, now that she's like completely under herself, it helps me find my seat. She's not resisting me so much.
Yes. Because it's quite amazing when their base, which is their back legs and their front legs, are closer together, they have a better balance to carry us. But when her hind legs are at the back, she drops her back more and you feel like you're falling in a hole nearly. Did you feel that? And then this connection comes in the front. But it's great for the rider because you really feel like, well, it's the hind legs that have really made her round. More than my hands. My hands direct her and they sometimes have to soften and things like that. But the other thing that I really want you to go away with is nothing is set in stone. Did you feel that? There are sometimes you have to bend a teeny bit more and then soften, or soften the outside that it's not too strong, and it must never be dead because it's a moving animal. So it has to have an elasticity, but not, if you dropped her, she'd get a fright. And you didn't drop her at all, you softened to her. So the contact became a little less strong. So let's change again to the left, and we'll do a little on the left. That girl's too. Now let her touch so she walks into the range. So she's like, I don't know whether I will. And you say, yeah, come on, walk in. Yes. Did you feel her against you? But as you walked in, she got softer. And that's the key to real riding, is riding the back to the front. You've heard that before, but you're getting a really good feeling of it. You know what I mean? Now, it wouldn't work if you were pulling or you were out of balance all the time, but your balance has got better, your contacts have got better, so then it makes it all possible, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a learning curve. So when you're ready, let's have a trot on. So just make sure is she up in the rein or is she sitting back here? And make her go up into the rein a little first before you trot. That's it. Have a little bit more on the outside rein. Because on this side, because your left hand is the one you can't always feel how much power you have on it, just balance it a little with the right, but keep walking in. So as you take the right, she must step. Like that. Super job. And then when you have a good feeling, the trot on. Very good. And as you trot, just find you and make an assessment. Is she bending? Ask her to bend a little every stride. Good. And as you ask her to bend, if she stops trotting, you have to say, come on, trot up into my bend. So I turn the wheel in the car, but I put my foot a little on the gas so it goes where I want it to go. Yeah, a little bend again. Little bend every stride. A little more bend every stride. A little bit more than that. But make sure your engine is running. There you go. There you go. A little bend. A little engine. A little bend. Keep the bend. She's looking a little bit at me. There you go. Now as you do that, did you feel you had to use your left leg a little? Because she'd fall in if you bend her and not use her. So you use your left leg in the rhythm. Everything is in the rhythm. The little bend, a little more bend. Every stride, just a little more bend, and then a little soften, and a little more bend, and that's the girl. But the soften is very important. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
So when you have a good feeling, let's have a little canter. That was your best canter transition.
Yeah. Oh, just
Now lift those knees, because it's harder for you on this side. Just lift them. Now your bottom's in the saddle. Lift them again. Don't push yourself away from the saddle. Sit on it and move with it. A little left turn, a little release. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Get yourself balanced again. Don't pull. Don't pull. That's it. Give signals, but don't pull. Good girl. Well done, you. Good. And just let your right rein be a little bit softer, a fraction, and just a little turn every stride with your left rein. Don't stand, sit. Good girl, you got it. Turn a little. That's it. Soften the right a little. Super. Keep your weight on your seat. Very, very, very good. And trotting. Little steadies, no pull. Little steadies, don't pull. That's it. Turn her now. Turn her. That's it. Turn a bit. Turn a bit more. Turn a bit more. Turn a bit more. Tell her she's good with your voice. Turn a bit. Tell her she's good. Yeah, exactly. Keep talking to her. Turn a bit more. Turn a bit more. Good girl. Turn a bit more. Turn a bit more. Super. Yes. Yes. Turn and then soften. Turn and then soften. So I want you to remember that because you were turning, but you were forgetting to soften. And that's why she was against you. Now she's soft. Very, very good. And a little walk. And a little break, long rein. Give her a big pat for a minute. Very good. What are you learning here for you? I see it, but what are you feeling?
Need to manage her more and manage me more. Not get stuck on little things. Jill just helped me
Thank you.
out.
Thank you so much. Not at all. Thank you. Keep it up. I think that manage is a great way. It's so much a conversation, though. Could you feel that?
Yeah.
That you know, if you have a conversation with someone that you really enjoy, there's an interaction between the two of you, and you listen.
Yeah.
If somebody talks at you constantly, you begin to shut down, and that's what a lot of people do in writing. They go da 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 da, rather than give the response to what the horse has said to you, as opposed to the same words you're going to use anyway. You know, and that's really what you're describing to me, which is great that you felt it rather than I've told you. And as much as we ask questions, we must soften to allow it to happen. And in the beginning, sometimes that's mechanical, like I said to you, ask and soften and ask and soften. After a while, it'll become more natural, and you do it in response to the horse, you know? Let's pick her up again, and we'll do exactly the same. I was going to do different things, but I want you just to, I think this is really good for you, to concentrate on this stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And really get the feeling into your body of what's happening. By the way, you got much better at your knees and your seat. Could you feel that yourself?
Yeah.
And the minute you feel like you're away from her, just lift the knees and then try to replicate. See the way your hips move in the walk? That's exactly the way they should move in the canter.
Okay.
That's your goal. Little bend, little soften. Make sure she's walking in. So you gave the right aid, but is the hind legs pushing into the aid? Don't let the left one be too strong. Yeah. A little more walk. A little more walk. Yeah. A little tap tap. She might be getting a bit tired.
Yeah.
Good. Yes. Good girl. Tip tip. Little more engine. Yeah. I want you to really feel the change in her once the hind leg works, especially in the front. Good, like that. Tell her she's good. The minute she starts to react in the way you want, that she goes into that rein a little bit more. Let the hind legs walk in. Good girl. And your tapping and softening is super. Yes. Now she's too much bend at the moment, so for a minute straighten her neck and then leave it. Did you feel that? But if you kept bending and she kept bending, she loses her balance. So it's in response to what you're feeling. So let's have a little trot on, which is a little bit more forward in the walk, but I think she is getting tired. Good. Teeny bit more trot. Teeny weeny. Teeny weeny again. There you go. Can you see if your hand is in isolation, it doesn't work. If the hind leg works with it, it makes a massive difference. Good girl. A little bit to the right, a fraction more. Tip, tip. Tip, 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 tip. She's stopping. She must step into it. So when you use the rein, and you softened, well done.
Girl.
Very good girl. You too. Well done. And when you're ready, a little decanter. So find yourself first as best you can in the rhythm. And then watch the left rein isn't a little too strong. Doesn't matter. Get your balance. Ask her to bend a little right. Keep the trot. Keep pushing the trot. Keep pushing the trot. And then soften. Don't fight. That's it. Feel. Yes. Good girl. And then that's wonderful. And then canter. Yeah. Super job. Well done with your knees. Your bottom's in the saddle more. Good. Touch, touch. She's a little lazy. Touch, touch with your stick. That's it. Good girl. Touch, touch again. Not smack. Touch, touch again. Super. Little turn. Like that. Little turn and release. Good girl. And trotting when you're ready. Good girl. And turn. Little feel, leave. Little feel, leave. Little feel, leave. Good girl. Little feel, leave. Like you're inviting her to be around. You're not forcing her. A little feel and leave. Can you feel how good the hind legs are? They're super. There you go. That's your horse. Very good. Very, very good. Do one change of rein. Do a big change, maybe the diagonal. Nothing too tight. Good girl. And the new bend in your new leg. Don't hold her. Feel and soften. Feel again. Don't let her look out the door. Good. And then soften. Good girl. Feel a little and soften. Just turn a little. Turn a little on this side. Turn a bit more and then soften. There you go. Turn a bit more and then soften. A little bit more. A little bit more. And then soften. There you go. Like that. Do one of those. So you bend to a little left and then you soften. There you go. And bend again. And then soften. So she knows that she can give to you on the soften. Turn a bit. Turn a little more. Just allow the outside rein a fraction. Yep. Turn a bit more. Yes, turn a bit more. Every stride a little turn. Every stride and then a soften. Every stride soften. Every stride ask. Yeah, every stride ask. You've got a lot of power. Make your circle a little smaller so she has to bend more. Bend her and then soften her. And bend her and then soften her. And bend her and then soften her. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Good girl. And then bend her and then soften her. And there's your horse. Bend her and then soften her. You're making her muscles more supple. Bend her a little right and soften. Super. And bend her a little left, I beg your pardon. Bend her a little left and then soften. Super. Super. And walk. And a long rein and a path.
Very good.
I think because she's worked so hard, I don't want to work her anymore. Do you know what I mean? That bandage multiplies the work by about 10.